Driving on a motorway. Lane discipline. To drive straight ahead, keep into the right-hand lane. The left-hand lane should be used only for overtaking. Don't change lanes unnecessarily. Keep your vehicle steady in the centre of the lane. Do not drive in the extreme left lane for a long time. Maintain lane discipline. Be aware of relative speeds of vehicles around you. On a 2 or 3 lane road, drive in the rightmost lane. Watch out for other drivers changing lanes. Speed limits. You must adapt your speed according to hidden dangers, the vehicle, the roads, driver's limitations. 1. Adapt your speed according to the state of the traffic, the weather, the visibility, the weight of your load, the condition of the road and your vehicle, your abilities. 2. Hidden dangers. You should be able to avoid dangers on the road, whether potential or real. Driver's limitations. Do not overestimate your driving abilities. Keep your car in control at all times. 4. The vehicle. If you borrow a vehicle, you will be unfamiliar with it, so drive with more concentration. 5. The road. Adapt your speed according to the condition of the road. On gravel roads, braking distance is much longer than on asphalt roads. If you drive on wet asphalt road, reduce your speed. Speed blindness. Speed blindness is the tendency to underestimate your speed of travel. To avoid the speed blindness, keep on checking the speedometer. While driving inside cities, you won't be able to drive in a constant speed, but being outside cities, as there are no obstacles to affect your vehicle's speed, you mostly drive in a constant speed. As you drive on, you get used to the high speed, and at times, you may drive faster unwittingly, or when you need to slow down, you apply the brake. The speed seems to be reduced enough, but when you look at the speedometer, it shows a higher speed than what you imagined. These conditions are known as speed blindness. To avoid speed blindness, the driver should keep on checking the speedometer. Tunnel vision. Tunnel vision causes the visual field to narrow with increasing speed. To avoid, adapt your speed, keep shifting your vision, scan all parts of the road ahead. By focusing at one spot for more than few minutes, the central visual field starts to get narrow and you see the things in a small portion. It is known as tunnel vision. The faster you drive, the farther on the road you will have to focus in order to react on time, which eventually causes tunnel vision. To avoid tunnel vision, adapt to safe speed and keep on shifting your gaze for checking the surroundings. How to deal with bends. Bends could be single, double, or series of bends. The traffic signs warn you well in advance of the bends ahead. While dealing with the bends, the centrifugal force may throw your car out of the bend, so always reduce your speed before approaching the bends. How to deal with bends. The driver should judge the sharpness of the bends and adjust the speed and position accordingly. The correct speed would depend on sharpness of the bend and other traffic. The secret of dealing with a bend is to make sure the speed is appropriate before approaching the bend. Too much acceleration can cause the vehicles to skid or lose their grip. In two-way traffic, if the bend is towards left, the position of the vehicle has to be towards right. In two-way traffic, if the bend is towards right, the position of the vehicle has to be in the centre of the lane. 3-second rule. To avoid hitting vehicle from behind, the driver needs to have sufficient time to react and avoid the collision. 3-second distance is sufficient for this purpose. In order to follow 3 seconds rule, pick any object on the roadside as a reference point, let the leading car get parallel to the selected object. From that moment, count as 1001, 1002 and 1003. If your car has not passed the selected object before you finish counting, you have safe distance. If your car has passed it before completing the counting, you need to increase the distance. It is an easy way to maintain safe distance from the vehicle in front of you on a main road. Steps of changing lanes. Plan ahead. Adapt your speed. Scan the road. Check the mirrors. Check the blind spot. Use indicators. Move into other lanes smoothly. While changing lane toward right side or left side according to your plan, you have to adjust the speed by deceleration or acceleration according to the situation. Scan the environment carefully. Check the area you could not see in the mirrors, blind spot, by shoulder checking. Indicate well in time. Move smoothly to next lanes. Never jump in other lanes. Estimating the meeting point when overtaking. Points to consider while overtaking. The distance between you and the oncoming vehicle. The speed of the oncoming vehicle. The distance required to overtake the vehicle ahead of you. The point where you will meet the oncoming vehicle. Whether you will be able to overtake the vehicle ahead in good time before meeting the oncoming vehicle. Overtaking distance. Things to consider before overtaking. Hidden dangers. Speed differences. Power of the engine. Overtaking distance. Traffic environment and state of the road. Never overtake a heavy vehicle being too close, as your view will be blocked ahead. Reduce your speed to increase the gap between you and the heavy vehicle ahead. Move gradually towards the centre line. If there is no bend and no oncoming vehicle ahead, then you may start overtaking.